like a Tundra or a Gaming Gladiators and you're playing against Passion UA, if you know what I mean. This feels like a draft which is just ready to kind of beat down on their enemies. You know, it's not just a Monkey King, it's not just a TA, it's not just a Lycan, but it's all three. Is that punishable in Misery? Like, can you take advantage of the fact they've gone for these three pretty aggro, kind of non... There's no safe hero here. Every single one of these guys wants to snowball and wants to play from ahead.
Yeah, but I also think that these heroes are harder to shut down and harder to deal with in a way. Like Lycan and TA, they just offer more things than like a Weaver does, if that makes it. Like you have TA traps, you have the refraction you need to deal with, right? The Lycan has Endless Wolves, he has this really strong timings. You have Undying Tombstone. I just feel like it's a much harder lineup to play into of Navi Juniors, whereas Passion UA, they like we talked about, they have some things going for them, but at the same time it's also a bit one-dimensional what their heroes can provide. So I think they need something. They need some snowballing effect more with their heroes, where they get a lot of kills. If the game stagnates and nothing really happens, I think the Navi Junior is going to win out on the map.
And what do you view this? Well, we have a little bit of a death here for Fernandes by the looks of it, although a nice stun might just save him. Let's see. Nah, not giving up the chase here. They want to bring him down, and they should be able to do so. First blood will go to Zayats for Navi Junior. How do you view the Dawnbreaker's role in this game? Because traditionally, Dawnbreaker, you see her being paired with some tanky, sticky heroes, as we were saying in the draft, and then her role is pretty simple. You just push side lanes. Every time a fight breaks out, you Solar Guardian on that tanky hero if they initiate, and life is good. And I find that works really well with those sticky carries. With some save as well can be really good, because often the Solar Guardian itself isn't quite enough. You need like one little bit of extra save to just keep that one hero alive and give the Dawnbreaker time to get into the fight. So how does that change now that they don't really have that?
You still have the option of using the Dawnbreaker ult on top of like a Tiny or a Clockwork hooking in, right? So you can actually use it more maybe aggressively than defensively in that way. I think you also have another way of playing Dawnbreaker where you just kind of farm and scale and become a core. Yeah, let's just see how this one plays out. It's kind of an interesting hero in a way that I feel like it's not all teams who make the best use of this hero. But the teams that are good with it make it look really strong, right?
Yeah, they certainly do. And often can vary the playstyle between different options. So mid lane at the moment, over at mid, Niku's kind of starting to get... I'm actually really surprised with this mid lane so far. The Monkey King is not having much of an advantage over the Tiny. I was kind of anticipating Niku to do a bit better here, because this is the kind of counter matchup. They got to see the Tiny very early on. Niku knew his matchup, so far so good for Niche, I'd say.
I think it gets worse with time. I think level 1 Tiny has a base damage advantage, and yeah, the Jingu doesn't matter as much, but as the level progresses, like now, Monkey's level 3, now it's getting really scary to give away Jingu, and Tiny has to play more reserved.
I see. See how Niche kind of reacts to that, but Niku going to cut him off here. Niche doesn't care though, he's just going to toss him back over to his creep, get him under tower a little bit. Not a big deal, but yeah, we're really going to start to see the Monkey King pull ahead here, as up in the top lane, got the juice getting a little bit low. Not super comfortable there. Rudy's feeling... Ooh, actually able to walk past the the Starbreaker. Was kind of interesting. Yeah, the Starbreaker came up and Rudy's just walked into it and got out the other side and didn't get hit by it, which is an interesting way to react to that. But yeah, he's able to just kind of spam the decays in this lane. Just go toe-to-toe with Batiok, which is going to give Got the Juice a little bit more space.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, TA is gonna have a very free lane here. I don't see Passion UA really being able to do much here. And then on top of that, like, you can also fall back and farm the jungle camps, right? So I think we're gonna have a very farm TA. And I think the Passion UA heroes are not the best at dealing with TA either.
No, they're all very melee and strength, aren't they? Other than the Weaver, you've got 3 melee strength heroes, which naturally will just struggle against the anti-armor of a Templar Assassin. So, a little bit concerned in that regard.
It's also not that easy to take off the refraction in this game. Like, you have a lot of stuns, but you don't have a lot of like damage over time, and TA usually does not mind that.
Yeah,
I think it's just a matter of time before we're gonna see first blood up in top lane here.
It's feeling that way, isn't it? The damage from Reddy's and Got the Juices is pretty scary. You're sure you've got the Starbreaker Earthspike combo to work with for Fernandes and Batyuk, which is probably gonna stop Got the Juice and Reddy's from going super aggressively. I don't know. Mid's looking really tough as well now. Monkey King starting to pull ahead, 14 CS on the Tiny to 24 on the Monkey King, and Niche just sitting under his tower. Probably wondering, why did I first phase this hero?
Yeah, it is a bit surprising.
But hey, at least the Weaver's doing well. Crystallize currently off to a great start, most CS in the game, and now a bit of aggression coming out from them as they'll move on to PMA down to the bottom side. The Swarm is upon him, so Crystallize has some good damage, but Crystallize himself, 5 stacks of sticky napalm. I'm not sure he can stand his ground against this. Too much damage coming out from Zayat, letting that sticky get a little bit too high, and having to go back and reset. Other than that kill on the rune, there just has been no aggressive kind of plays working out for either team in this laning phase. 5 minutes 20, we haven't had a kill in the lanes yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of the battle of the sustain, right? We saw TA and Undying go to town on top lane, and just now as well bottom. It seems to favor Navi Jr. quite a bit. Like looking at the net worth, the TA and the Monkey King are pulling ahead so much, and Lycan as well having a completely free lane bottom. We're gonna have a really fast dominator on him, and then I'm not sure like you can really stop him from pressuring the Weaver and taking the tower.
Cracker getting jumped here, and is going to be the second kill off the game. Down goes the Clockwork. Clockwork currently only hero to have died this game, but, well, that might be changing pretty quickly as Nish getting jumped in the middle lane. The Tombstone is down. Fernandes trying to help out. The 2-man stun might be enough. Zayat's coming in from the side, looking to finish it off, but I'm not sure. Oh, they can. They bring him down. The decay was there. The damage comes in, and the Nish will fall. Cracker, though, looking for a bit of revenge, trying to chase down Zayat, but unfortunately, there's still this Tombstone upon him, and he doesn't have the vision, so just blindly throwing out cogs in the night, trying to catch out the Batrider, but it's not going to work. He lives. As now, the aggression coming through onto Fernandes. Cracker used the cogs here, so can't really do a whole lot, but Lion makes it around the trees. Fernandes is going to live. Niku still looking, still hunting. Stun out onto Riddies. No way does Niku go for this. No way. Okay, he doesn't. Oh, he does! He's jumping down. He catches the Lion running through the trees, predicting that Fernandes was going to try and go a different way and reading him absolutely beautifully, and now going for the Wisdom Rune as well. Oh no, is he going to pick this one up? He sure is. And he's still got the Jingu to work with as well, so Batyuk hoping he can just go and kill him off with Cracker, but he actually can't. Cracker has to back himself away as well. Oh my goodness, Niku just doing whatever he wants in this game.
Yeah, I don't know what, like this last pick Monkey King into such a free lane is just so devastating, right? It was the same we saw yesterday, or the other day with OG. It was Tundra, it was PCM playing the Monkey King, and he just won the game almost by himself from snowballing the mid lane. We're kind of heading towards that again with Nico, just doing what he wants. Once the zero gets ahead, he's so hard to deal with.
Crystallize down on the bottom side, getting a little bit close for comfort here, and the Monkey King looking to maybe try and finish the job. Crystallize doesn't know there's a monkey in the neighborhood, and he's going to be losing his life. Another kill for Niku. Just moving around the map, winning every lane. Oh my goodness, this is looking like an absolute slaughter. 5k gold advantage, 8 minutes into the game, Misery. Is there any coming back from this?
I mean, I'm sure that there is some ways, but it's definitely looking very bad right now. You also have very snowbally heroes on Dire, right? We just talked about the Monkey King, but both Tia and Lycan are also extremely snowbally in the way they function. Tia being able to kill Roshan very fast, Lycan having dynamic tower damage and summons, so does have to use ult here to get out.
Yeah.
But still not. They really would have wanted to get the kill. They need it desperately right now.
Yeah,
Using
they are
both
starved.
wisdom runes, right? 9 minutes in, you have a level 3, soon 4 lion without boots. Clock also on the level. It's just food for every core on Dire.
And if there's a low health hero, Niku just seems to have like a... He's basically like a gyrocopter's homing missile in this game, where if you fall below like 20% HP, he just starts heading in your direction. He knows where you are. He comes and kills you. And this is just beautiful Monkey King gameplay. He's shutting the game down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Crystallize. Yeah, he knows what's up. He's got a bit of vision down here, so does know there's a monkey in the neighborhood.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah. But here goes the tower.
Are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
It's such a hard position to be in too, because where are you really gonna find this experience on Lion and on Clock? Like, it just feels bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, thankfully Niche doesn't lose his stack. He uses the toss back to kill off the creeps, but he's realizing there's a couple of heroes around in the area, and he doesn't want anything to do with that, so Tiny is going to go get himself back, gets himself the Invis rune. Come on, Invis double damage. Surely this is the time for Passion UA to get something done. But then you look at the follow-up, you look at the other heroes, and you look at their levels, and you go, oh, okay, you know what, maybe we just hit creeps for a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, I think you don't really
want... Oh my god, this is everything on Niche here. Fernandes has to land a dreamy stun, and he does not. One hero caught. Is that all you can do? Niche is going to die. And now it's going to be another kill going to Navi Jr. PMA popped the ulti, ran in from the side, and just hit the tower. He didn't even need to come for the heroes. He's here, fought the buildings, and actually they may be going for more. Fernandes under the tier 2. Is this too much? No, it is not. They're going to be able to take him down as well. Look at the poke, look at the prod. Absolute destruction in the middle lane. Tower looking to fall now as well.
I was just about to say, you don't necessarily want to dive into 3-4 heroes, because that's the only way you kind of give away experience to Lion and Clock if you die on the tower, but they're just so far ahead, and their heroes are so strong that you actually can just do it. There's nothing that the Passion UA can really do to defend.
I feel like the conversation in this draft was, from the side of Navi Jr., was pretty much just, this is looking pretty free in the lanes. What do we do? And we're just going to pick strong, scaling, snowballing heroes, win our lanes, and then, yeah, like, be ahead. We don't care about the risk of falling behind, because it's not going to happen. That's honestly like how they approach this one, and they're absolutely correct. You know, yeah, Batrider and Undying really just enabling these strong heroes to get ahead in the early game.
Just feels like they got all the good core matchups in this game.
Yeah.
All the good lanes. Yeah. And yeah, they were also first pick, right? And we have seen first pick get disadvantages quite a lot. Okay, mid lane.
Yeah, Ruthless one coming down. This could be a dead Monkey King, and it is. They get Niku with the Solar Guardian coming on down from the heavens, but Kreker's going to die. Batyuk, nice hammer up to the high ground. Niche, though, might not be so lucky. Surrounded by wolves, surrounded by Templar assassins, but it doesn't matter. It gets the TP out regardless. Gets to the base. And that is going to be a pretty big kill for the side of Passion UA. In fact, a couple of kills. They also brought down the Batrider on the sidelines. Crystallize jumping in and getting that one. So, you know, it doesn't neutralize anything. It stems the bleeding, but they are still missing a lot of blood.
Yeah, just looking at the top lane actually.
Oh, Batyuk.
Dawnbreaker getting...
Yeah, got the juice coming in from the side as well. Like, they are just not stopping. They are not letting the aggression drop here, but nice hammer out from the side. But Riddies is here as well. The whole gang turns up, and they might not get the kill. Never mind, Decay comes down, finishes the job. Toss across from, got the juice brought down anyway. So Templar Assassin does die. They take a casualty, but it's looking like they're going to get so much more in response. Can Crystallize clean up here? It's a big ask, and I'm not sure it's going to be possible as they'll throw in the Weaver. Crystallize is not too sure about this one, as he'll have to back himself away now. Still has an ultimate to work with on the Weaver. Maybe he pops the south and goes for the restart set here. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. But all the while, Niche is falling lower and lower. Crystallize poking in, prodding in, trying to catch Zayats off guard. But Zayats this whole time has just been holding on to the lasso purely for the Weaver. He wants to be able to just have something to stop the Weaver from jumping in and out of this fight, and that is his solution. Crystallize. Oh, there it is, the touch. Oh, but the hook shot, it cancels out. It doesn't matter, though. They get him regardless. Zayats will get his kill, but are they going to suffer for it? One's down, two's down. Zayats and Niku, both gone. They do get the Weaver for it, though, and Batchuk also looking like he's just going to get mauled to death by this big old golem. Punch him in the head, and Fernand's is going to fall as well. Ultra kill for the Lycan. You kill off one core, you kill off two cores, but the third core comes through for Navi Jr., and it is still a huge win for them as they continue their chokehold on this game.
Yeah, I don't know. The Dire Heroes is just too strong, right? Lycan having a 12.5-minute Dominator. Just look at the stats of this Golem. It's 150 damage plus 60. I mean, I imagine he two-shots the Lion. 2 shots the clock. You have the Undying with max decay, also just spamming decay the whole fight. It's just it's so hard for Passion UA to take any fight.
And this is what I mean, right? Like, if you had something like Oracle, Abaddon, or even a more conventional like Shadow Demon, you can kind of sit back, you can save. You're still probably going to get run up by the Lycan and die, but at the very least, you don't have to be showing yourself as easily. But a Lion and a Clockwork, you know, okay, I'm fine with the Clockwork, but the Lion, I think, like, you have to be showing yourself to be doing your job in fights. You don't really have defensive capabilities, so I do feel like it's sort of food for these aggressive core heroes. Now taking advantage.
It also feels like Passion UA has to hit all their spells on one hero to bring it down, right? It's like even killing an Undying with a couple of decay stacks requires them to land the tiny combo, the Clockwork spells, maybe even Finger, like we also talked about the other day. It's like it's so hard for Passion UA to kill any of Dire's heroes, whereas for Dire to kill Passion UA's, it's literally nothing, right?
Yeah, it's easy. And now
the clock now.
Yeah,
so easy.
Oh, poke shot? No. The right click from the ancient black dragon follows him and kills him. Almost 200 a hit on this ancient black dragon. It is no joke.
Yeah. It's also 16 minutes in and they have already taken 2 tier 2s. It's pretty
Dawnbreaker
fast gameplay.
trying to run away, Batchuk, but I don't think that's going to happen. Niku will be able to bring him down. Monkey, the one core that is dangerously close to falling below one of the cores on the side of Passion UA, but he gets himself a kill to keep himself above. Nothing like Niku, he had such a strong lane. Does he sit around and farm? Does he accelerate his game? Does he just AFK to, you know, get a really fast Maelstrom? Absolutely not. No, he's playing around the map. He's enabling his 2 super strong side laner heroes. Basically playing like a combination between a 2 and a 4. Just move around the map so much and open up so much space, but also killing loads of heroes in the process. 8 and 2 is Niche jumping on to the Lycan. It's going to be the aggressive move made from Passion UA here as the Dawnbreaker comes jumping on in. Lycan so very low that they can't finish the job. The Lycan gets away by the looks of it. Niche trying to chase him, desperately jumps in with the toss. Does he have the damage though? He needs a little more and he won't find it. No mana for the Avalanche. Oh, he was just a whisker off getting off the Avalanche. And that means the Wolf will run off into the night. And they get absolutely nothing for that. But they also lose nobody as well on the side of Passion UA. Showing a little bit of life here. Showing that, you know, if they weren't 12k gold ahead, if it was only 9k, then maybe they get that kill onto the Lycan and things start to look a little bit better for them. But unfortunately, they are just so far behind on resources that it's really hard to make these plays. Even if they're good plays, even if they're the correct plays. It might just not work out.
Yeah, true. It was I don't know, kind of nice setup there, but yeah, they just don't have the damage. Not sure there's any damage coming as well. It seems hard. It feels like the Weaver needs to. I don't know. He needs a lot of items this game.
Yeah, Manta feeling like the I don't want to lose item rather the I want to win item.
Can you even kill Undying here?
Yeah, I think he goes down.
He goes down.
The rest of the team not really interested in helping him out, especially Crystallize doing a good job on just going aggressively onto Zayats and kind of forcing him out. They know that he's the guy that can jump in, you know, break them all apart with the flame belt. Oh, okay. The fly swatter is here.
The temple decreed your
Yeah, that's your carry just like that.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? The bug getting squished. How do you react to spiders, Misery? Are you take them outside? Do you squish them?
I just leave them be, I think.
Leave them be? Yeah.
I keep an eye on it and then I leave it. I used to not like spiders, but now I don't care much.
Well, it's gonna be a dead clockwork.
I think giving them a name and then, you know, makes them less scary.
Yeah, I have a lot of plants
good
in my
advice.
office, as you've probably seen from my camera, so that means you get quite a lot of flies, so I kind of rely on the spiders. We have like an ecosystem.
Ah, I see. But I think if you were kind of afraid of spiders, I think you see it in the corner there or on the wall or whatever, you just give it a funny name.
It's good advice.
Welcome it.
Yeah.
Welcome it into the room. Then it seems less foreign somehow.
It's less foreign. A nice friendly domestic spider in your house.
Yeah.
I like they get the flies. But I'm very sad because I had a spider here for a while and you know, made a nice web, it caught loads of flies. I don't know where it's gone though, its web's just filled with flies now, but the spider is gone, so I'm worried. I'm hoping he decided to go outside, but I have a feeling he might have died. Rest in peace, friend.
Don't know how long spiders live.
Never done the research.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, we're kind of just waiting here in this game for next Roshan for Navi Jr. They won't go high ground without it, so they'll just lock Passion UA inside the base. Passion UA, not really any sort of play they can make until they have like a couple more items.
They have scanned the two heroes on the wisdom here.
If
So
they
they know.
Yeah, they're gonna try and actually go aggressively here onto the Monkey King, and they've got good damage with the finger coming down. Niku's dead. They'll look across towards the Zayats as well. Zayats, oh wait, what? Did he get put inside a tombstone by his own? I think he did.
Yeah.
Alright, well, whatever. Batchuk's gone. How was it? Did that cancel the lasso?
I think it did, yeah.
Alright, Rudy's is just kind of memeing a little bit here, I think.
But maybe he was also thinking Pat had a chance of dying there, but
It wasn't super healthy. I don't know. Still, either way. Huge tombstone
Dire's
save.
middle tower is under attack.
I mean, you take that on the side of Passion UA, though. You get the Wisdom Rune, you get the kill onto the Monkey King. Trading a Dawnbreaker for that, absolutely fine.
yeah, for sure. Best case, almost like best case scenario they could get at this point when they're so far behind. They also forced all of NAVI Jr. back on their side of the map. They have a full AC on Lycan, 22 minutes with a drum as well. Like he's so big on Lycan.
Yeah, meanwhile, on Passion UA, they get a Echo Saber on the Tiny. It's like, no, it doesn't really compare, does it?
No, not quite. They are getting close to Crimson Guard
Radiant's
on
bottom tower is
on
under
Dawn.
attack.
which
Dire's top
is gonna
tower
help a bit, I guess, but it's just there's just so much physical damage that it might not matter that much.
Crystallize still going for the Manta here, rejecting to go for any damage as they will kill off the Tiny down at the bottom side, and that might mean they're going high ground.
Building's gonna die really fast here.
Oh yeah. Fortification used very early here by Passion UA, and I don't blame them.
are fortified.
Looks like they're just gonna give it up.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Clock
under
is TPing in, but I mean, what is he really gonna do?
This!
Just die, I guess. Yeah.
But look at the cogs misery. How can they push?
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
You have one more glyph, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're just going through back
Doesn't
door.
really-
Like, they could have. Wait.
oh, they don't actually have creeps. You're right, so they can't get the second lane here.
I mean, they were kind of going through that tower anyway, but I guess they get it low, they glyph, it goes back to full health. It's kind of awkward. So if they didn't have glyph, I feel like they could have gone for that. There's also Roshan to think about as well. Like, I don't think Navi Jr. need to necessarily wrecking ball down the middle lane here, but also you're 20k gold ahead. You can do what you want.
I think you can. I think you definitely can keep hitting until you see the Weaver in base. You see the it's like getting awkward.
Like, God, the Juice just picks up BKB as well, so literally who cares? Do whatever. Manta picked up from the Weaver. Is this a big time which is going to change the game? Probably not.
Manta. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it, huh?
No. Oh, got the Juice jumping in onto the Tiny, fails the initiation, gets silenced instantly by that shot from the Templar Assassin. Riddies, though, is going to trade his life for this, so at least it's a trade happening, but yeah, they just godlike in this game at the moment. Has got the Juice, gets a kill on the backlines as well. Fernand's trying to go for the sneaky round the back play, but just ends up getting lassoed in by the Bat Rider. It's, oh my god, you gotta stay away, you gotta be careful,
Nice
Crystallize. He uses the ulti. PMA getting very low here, backs himself out. And BKB also being popped by Got the Juice. Niche is back and looking for a target. Niku jumps in, but the Wukongs is not good enough. He's gonna fall. PMA as well, also in some trouble. Gonna get run down by Passion Yue. TP out from the Templar Assassin. Zayats blinks over the cliff. It costs him 2 buybacks, but Passion Yue will be holding for now. Oh, Zayats found an Invis rune.
That's pretty big actually, because like he could have lost the gem as well.
yeah, that's
It's
huge.
a nice invis for him. But 2 buybacks, but they do kill 2 important cores there.
The question is, can they get to Roshan and take it quickly enough? I don't think they can on the side of
There's no way.
Passion Yue.
Is under attack.
There's no way, but still very expensive. But I mean, you still have a chance here.
Dire's
Maybe if you
middle
can get a
tower
couple
is
of
under
kills like
attack.
right now before the respawn, like you see the setup here on the
Oh yeah, they're gonna go
BKB
for it
on him.
here. I mean, chaining these together is pretty much the only way to come back into this game. So they're gonna try and go for it here, but they need a little bit more, and they'll find it. Down goes Got the Juice. Down goes Riddies as well. It was a 20k gold advantage just 2 minutes ago, and it's just plummeted to. I mean, it's still 12k. Don't get me wrong. This is not a comeback, but
You gotta go for Roche now. They're gonna see it spawn too, so actually we might have a comeback.
all right. I
On
mean,
our
yeah,
hands
this
here.
would secure it. Roshan, that's the official comeback status achieved.
Very annoying for Dire, right? Like Roshan would literally just seal the game, but yeah, now they have to play against the Aegis Weaver. He's also gonna get probably one more item.
I mean,
He's going Butterfly right now. Seems like a good Butterfly game, right? Against so much physical damage.
yeah, no, excellent. You're right.
But at the same time, it's not maybe the most damage output he's gonna get. Actually, with Mjolnir, it's should be enough.
He does seem to be shredding heroes. He's able to get off these swarms, and then with the kind of AoE lockdown that the Dawnbreaker and the Tiny and the Clockwork are providing, it's proving very, very difficult for anybody to sit back and get these bugs off them. That anti-armor is being very helpful in enabling Crystallize. Damn.
Navi Junior still got full map control though, and they have the Bat Rider as well to set up for Lasso. And they did buy back 2 heroes before, so
Not out the
still,
woods yet.
no, for sure not. It's still very like you can't really make any mistakes on Passion UA.
No. But when as before, they were lost in the woods. Like they didn't see the opening anywhere. They'd lost the trail a few hours ago. We're wondering if they were going to make it through the night, but now they've got a good night's rest. They can see the edge of the woods. They just need to find their way there without getting jumped on by a Monkey King. You can see the reservedness coming out from Navi Jr. This is a part where your big voices need to come into play. They need to say, hey, did we mess up? Yeah, but it's fine. Just play a normal game of Dota now. We're no longer snowballing this. We need to go back to the chalkboard,
Are scanning.
go back to the strategy, and find our way back into it. And they are still very far ahead, so...
Yeah, we also see now Passion UA just finding two dewards back to back here, dewarding some of the traps as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. And
they need to be careful bottom now. They're looking at going on a Dawnbreaker here.
yeah, that's a great target to find as well. If you can catch out a Dawnbreaker, it always feels amazing. Because
seems like he's sniffing it out though.
Yeah, great.
He might even be baiting here a little bit on the Weaver. So
yeah, Weaver's happy to do so. It's an Aegis Weaver, you know. If they jump him, an Aegis Weaver with a Dawnbreaker behind him is not a good target to jump. I do feel like the biggest issue for Na'Vi Jr. and the consistent failing they've had in their fights has been these Wukong's commands. They come down and the monkey dies. It's kind of happened every time.
Yeah. They have overextended a couple of times.
Hookshot in, they're moving forward aggressively onto Got the Juice, but they don't have the damage to bring it down straight away, and then the Tombstone save comes out. Crystallizer trying to get through the Tombstone, trying to get to the Templar Assassin. She jumps out though, pops a BKB and tries to run away, but Batjuk and Crystallizer not giving up on this, but do they have the vision? They don't! Invis is invincibility, as Batjuk now left alone as a Weaver pieces out of this one and dies on the sidelines. Monkey King catches him out with a pesky Boundless Strike, and Batjuk meanwhile just getting slowly chonked down by the rest of the team. Once again, just having enough resources to live there on Got the Juice, narrowly surviving through it, and that is that goal advantage coming into play. It was a good play from Passion UA, but unfortunately in the position they're in, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, it was the Tombstone, right, that saved him.
It was.
If it wasn't for the Tombstone, he would have actually died there, and yeah, they could have probably snowballed the fight off of that, but the Ridley's coming in clutch with the Tombstone save. The old Undying from a couple of years ago would have not been able to do that.
Absolutely not. Very nicely done, and also with the Psychic Headband as well to give him the extra cast range there, just to get it off just in time.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
it was very close actually. I think he was down to 20% before when the Tombstone came out.
But still, though, there's the advantage of going for a play outside of your base like that. You lose the fight, you know, you end up dropping your Dawnbreaker, but you can't get punished for it. You're still inside your base. There's no direct path to extend upon it for the side of Na'Vi Jr. One thing, I think I'm understanding this man style a little bit more now. Like, when he was going for it earlier, I didn't really get it. But later into the game, you have the shard on the Templar Assassin. I think Weaver literally cannot play the game into that shard. You need a BKB or a Manta to be able to...
Yeah, that's definitely the reason.
Yeah.
They see him here, though. They won't get him.
Oh, good spot.
But yeah,
I'm writing that one down.
Manta is definitely for that reason. The trap. Oh my god, Lion is gonna die to the trap. No.
Yeah, almost. That is ridiculous.
I mean, the Manta also helps break out refractions. It helps to some extent to kill Tombstone. Has some potential to farm. Like cut waves.
Dodging meld strikes as well is really valuable. Ooh, there's an amplified damage down on the bottom side. If they see this, TA grabs it, then you might just be losing heroes. But Butterfly picked up from the Weaver just in time as they move forward onto Batjuk here. Batjuk needs some help. Will find it. Oh, huge stun coming out from the Monkey King. Hookshot in from the sidelines, but the Wukong is down. They're trying to leave Niche, trying to get himself out from this one. He's going for the TP. Is it going to work out? Absolutely not. Krekker, Fernandes, Niche, all dead. 3 gone. The base might be looking very vulnerable right now. Dawnbreaker did make it away. Does have the Solar Guardian as well. Crystallize, how much can you do with this Butterfly? Can you keep your base alive?
I'm talking about the Wukongs, huh? That was a
beauty.
That was a five-man Wukong.
Yeah, 4-man Boundless Strike into 5-man Wukong's command. They just had to run through that choke point whilst being battered by monkeys. Now, trying to defend as best they can. Finger is out onto the Lyca, but he's not really in any danger here. Just trying to get them off. Please go away. Please leave us alone. God, the juice does get low, but the barracks are gone. Another lane taken by the side of Navi Jr. The News Titans. Passion Yue, they've been fighting. They've been fighting on the precipice of death for a long time now. It feels like the end is coming.
It even looked like a good entrance to that fight, right? They interrupted the lasso, got a nice tiny initiation, but yeah, it feels like they lack that big team fight spell a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Again, the Solid Guardians just might be useful here to keep these Weaver alive, but it doesn't. Not enough for the Weaver, and once again, the Tombstone saving out the Templar Assassin, as we've seen time and time again. They're trying to bring down Batchuk here, but Batchuk, well, can he get up to the high ground? He can. He does live, but the Weaver is dead without buyback as well. And I don't think Navi Jr. are going to give him a chance. Middle tower's gone. Barracks are gone. GG is called. Game number 1. Eventually, it does go to Navi Jr. He looked like it was going to be an absolute stomp. Passion Yue, they showed a little bit of life there, fighting from the back foot beautifully, but it wasn't enough in the end. Navi Jr., they pull it together and prove that they are the better team this first game.
Yeah, I don't know. That draft needed like Flame Razor, like how it feels like the zero is very slow on the offlane. You need a lot of items, and you don't have you have one spell that's kind of useful, the nuke, right? But apart from that, you don't offer much.
Can I ask something crazy? Is there a world, they're not doing it, but is there a world where Passion Yue could have moved this Ursa to mid and had the Tiny go safe lane, even if you still wanted your Tiny to be that kind of active core? I just feel like the matchup against
I don't think
Ember's pretty good.
The Ursa vs Ember, I think, is not as bad for Ember as it sounds.
Okay.
Because I think Ursa's sustain is pretty bad. Like, you might just lose the region war against the slide. Like, you need a lot of Fury Swipe stacks before it actually becomes a problem.
Okay.
Right? It's not like Monkey King, where you just need 4 and you can deny everything.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Alright, makes sense.
We have a smoke attempt here. Looks like they have they were considering going aggressive, but choosing not to. Setting up for the safe runes instead. I
mean, this was the 0-minute meta like 6 months ago, where every team was doing this, where you just smoke up. If you have the weaker early game draft, you smoke up. You just position your heroes in like a wall across the river, and then whichever smoke breaks, you just run away and then go for the runes which aren't where the enemy are.
Yeah.
Seems like that was maybe what Passion Yue had, a kind of scruffy version of that going on. Scruffy. I think that's a good way to describe Passion Yue. They're a scruffy team.
We have the double melee against Ursa up here, so usually if you play against Ursa like this, you want to play really aggressively early on, because once he hits level 3 to 4, it starts getting harder and harder, right? The damage is just too much.
Yeah, that said, one of those heroes is the Clockwork, who's pretty good at kind of bouncing melee heroes around with those cogs. Of all the melee heroes to play up against Ursa, I think Clockwork's one of the ones I'm not minding too much. But that said, he's getting absolutely cooked by Cracker right here, so that doesn't look great.
Yeah, starting with boots as well in Phoenix, that's a bit unusual, but kind of like it here against double melee.
Yeah, it's certainly working right now. Zayats is not having a good time. He's like, why wouldn't this Phoenix go away? Why is he so quick? Oh yeah, level 1 boots. Heralds around the world are currently justified in their starting item builds. Yeah, we got the Lifestealer Lich lane. Which would be strong into anything except the Razor. Like any other lane, and I'm like, man, that sounds strong, but Razor does just have that natural advantage versus the Lifestealer.
Now the Static Link does have a pretty long cooldown, right? Like he uses it here, but by the time Lifestealer gets his damage back, you know, he's not really gonna be hindered too much with the farming. Just
that was essentially one. Oh, hold on. If they get the kill onto Riddies here, it might be worthwhile. It looks like they should be able to do so. Okay, I'll take it all back. They use the damage, they get the kill. If they didn't get the kill there, then you're kind of just using the static link for a singular range creep, which obviously isn't good, but no, they make great usage of it. Fernand's finding the opportunity for Bachuk to follow through on. Very nicely done. That'll be your first blood. Mid lane, meanwhile, Niku once again playing up against a Tiny. But this time, things are going to be much more even. Tiny doesn't struggle too much in this matchup, I don't believe.
Yeah, for sure. Should be pretty much 50-50.
He's struggling to get a tree though, because I can't leave the lane to go and grab a tree. Oh, tossed back onto the creeper as well. That's a little awkward. Was really hoping to be able to get the hero there, but still gets the deny, which is pretty nice. Overall, things pretty even over here. Although, once again, Niku also taking the range creep back as Nish decides to go in for the courier rather than the creep, which is probably the right play. Now, Niku taking a lot of damage under this tower, actually.
Maybe the Tiny does feel a little bit clunky in this matchup.
Yeah, it feels
Might
like
be slightly Ember favored. Not sure.
He's just a little too slow to take advantage. Niku's able to bounce around a lot and play much more dynamically, whilst the Tiny's...
Like the attack animation, and you can't really break the shield, and it's just a bunch of small things that makes the matchup a little bit annoying, I think, for Tiny, as we can also see here. Oh, really goes down again bottom. Yeah.
Seems to be the play. Take the damage off the lifestealer, then go kill Riddies. That's... Sure, it works.
On top, Doom is very happy in this matchup right now. Once he hits level 4, he can actually pose a big threat to the Ursa with 2 points in Scorched Earth. At the same time though, Phoenix is gonna hit level 3 now, and that's also gonna make them significantly stronger, so we might see a battle up here soon.
The team's kind of poking around each other, looking for openings. They've managed to find them on Passion UA, but NAVI Junior haven't been able to really score themselves many kills as of yet in the CS. Well, pretty even. The only one who's lagging behind is the Razor, but of course he's got 2 kills, so he's going to be feeling okay on net worth.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In fact, when you do look at the net worth, it is the lifestealer the only one who's lagging behind it all. Again, it's like 200 gold. Nobody really cares about that. Just a super even lane, which is what we wanted. So well done, Passion UA. Good improvement from last game.
We actually saw Sire's TB bottom here, looking to set up some kind of kill on the Razor.
Huh. Do you think that's going to happen?
It looks a bit difficult right now. At the same time, though, it's also unexpected, right? Like Razor has no idea, so I think actually it could work. Ah, he could have gone for him there. He hesitated.
Well, maybe they still do. Wow, yeah, under the tower. I mean, you've got that frost shield upon him, and the kill is going to take place. Bachuk was seriously underestimating the aggression that was ready to come out there from NAVI Junior. He walked back in on that one, which is a mistake he does not get forgiven for.
They get the Ember mid lane though.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Supports rotating over.
Yep. Still, imagine the position we could have been in right now if the Razor didn't walk back in. That's a kill into the Ember Spirit. It's nothing gained, but yeah, no, that's very good from Zayats to make that move. Realizing just how aggressive they can be. Clockwork Lich. Just get the Frost Shield on that Clockwork, get him under towers, get him wherever he needs to be.
Alright, so we have a hasted Tiny running top here. Might be able to kill Doom here.
Yeah, I think this might be PMA in some trouble. He's also out of mana as well. Not that he could do anything to save himself. It's going to be a kill onto the Doom.
that Tiny can steal here.
Zayats has read him like a book here.
Yeah.
See, when you're as annoying a player as Zayats, he knows what other annoying players are going to be thinking. He's in their heads. He's like, what would I be doing in this situation? I'd be looking for that Wisdom Rune every time. Haste Runed mid laner? Absolutely going to be looking for that nice slice of XP.
This game looks a lot better for Passion UA. They kind of got what they wanted, right? The Tiny has a good game. Both side lanes are stable. Looks like it's hard for NAVI Junior to really do much the next few minutes. So, oh, Doom cannot die again here. That would be really bad.
Dire's top tower.
Well, that's coming in to try and stop that happening. Krek is also very low on the front lines here and is just straight up going to die. PM8 running away on the sidelines, and he's trying to find him, but doesn't have the Blink Dagger yet, so can't bring him down by himself. And now, well, Zayat's getting kind of low. It's actually tossed Fernand's into him, and that kind of gets Zayat's killed. So nicely done there, as the Doom's now out onto the Tiny. Tiny running out of health, but Niku's not exactly looking like a spring chicken either. He's going to run himself away as the Tiny ticks away to the Doom. Riddy's running away on the low ground here as they try to chase Crystallize. Has he got anything left in the tank? Well, he's got the phase boots. He'll have an Earth Shock available shortly as well. Should be it for Riddy's as Fernandes brings him down with a nice volley across with the Shadow Realm. So a couple of kills going each way there. The Tiny does die on the side of Passion UA. I think overall you count that as a win for NAVI Junior.
Are scanning.
Yeah, it looks that looked like a good trade for them. Doom surviving was really massive. You see his net worth is up there with the Tiny.
Trying to catch Zayat here. Whoa, Riddy's just getting tossed in and can't really do anything about that. Nice loop around there from Niche. I don't think Riddy's was ready for that one. Zayat's pretty low, but still kind of hanging out on the front lines. Got to be a little bit careful though. One combo from Niche will take him out, but he knows he's got a few seconds left on that avalanche, so feeling confident to play up a little bit. Sentry down as they move over towards Fernandes. Fernandes just going to sit inside the Shadow Realm here, though, inside those cogs, but will eventually come out the other side and be dead. 3 times killing spree as well, going to Niku. That's pretty nice. 333 gold in the pocket of the Ember Spirit. Not what you want to be seeing on Passion UA.
Is under attack.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Crystallize gets a kill on Doom, so top no was for him. Well on the way to the battlefield.
Radiant's
It's
bottom tower is under attack.
kind of dream scenario for Crystallize, right? Having such a good game already.
Yeah, didn't die in the last fight either, so just soaking up loads of XP in the process as well. Meaning he's well on the way to level 8. He tried to jump Nika here, but the brambles just were not on point, unfortunately, for Fernandes. Takes a minute to establish those anyway. Nika can usually escape. Pretty hard here to try and get the kill with. Niche, though, he gets caught by 3. Has got the juice, makes a rotation. Niche needs a bit of help. Is it going to come? Well, it is. Fernandes moves across, and they decide that NAVI Junior, they don't want to overcommit onto a tower like this. Not when the Raze is TPing in either, and they will actually end up losing a hero for this. They'll bring down Zayats. Supernova also being used here. I don't know why. Oh, he picked up an Arcane Rune, I see.
Yeah, Doom was also next to him. Just pressed egg to not get doomed. You also see Doom going for the Midas. Like, sometimes you see the jumps first, right? But choosing to go for Midas this game.
It's Batcher getting run down on the bottom side. Fernandes won't be able to save him here. The return kill onto Zayat. Oh, he can't get off the Terrorize. I'm a little surprised he didn't use that earlier on. I'm not sure what was stopping him, but either way, they'll get the return kill up on the top side onto PMA. But it's 2 kills for 1, which is going to feel pretty decent for the side of Passion UA. Not good for PMA, though, who is really, really poor at the moment for a Doom.
Yeah, they keep going to his lane. This is the downside of going for the Midas. The recipe is so expensive, so if you don't actually buy it, you keep losing the gold.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You sure do, Misery. You sure do. He's just going to the bottom lane now. He's like, screw it, I'm done with top. This Earth is too strong. Toss down onto Niku as he's just trying to grab this creep wave.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice catch by Fernandes, actually, but Niche had given up the goat there completely, so that's just going to be a little awkward.
Did he not have Avalanche ready? I guess not. He must have not had it. Otherwise he would have used it.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you? But
Yeah.
not sure.
Also see Lifestealer skipping the armlet this game. Just going straight for Radiance, which is... I kind of like it this game.
Yeah, that is
Just
interesting. Why do you prefer it over Armlet?
That's a good question. Actually, why do I... I'm not really sure. I just think maybe the armlet doesn't make you that much stronger in this game. It's not like you're gonna go fight the Ursa or the Razor, right?
Yeah.
But the Radiance will actually make you farm faster, and it's gonna make a higher impact against these cores. So I just think buying armlet here seems like a more risky move than just going straight for the Radiance. Because if you buy the
Also-
armlet and you die a couple of times, then your Radiance is gonna be super late.
Yeah. Also, you get the Radiance, you jump inside the Ember Spirit. Oh my goodness. You know, you've got
True.
the Flame Guard, you've got Immolation, you've got Radiance. It's like 1,000 DPS or something. Haven't done the maths, but that sounds correct. Midas picked up at the same point as the Battle Fury from the Ursa as well. So these two, you know, in some worlds you'd say, well, they both picked up their farming items. Great, but when one of the farming items costs like... How much does Battle Fury cost these days? Like 4,800 or something?
4-3,
4-3?
I think.
Yeah, meanwhile,
4-1.
Midas...
It's actually very
4-1.
cheap.
Oh, cheap. Oh, okay, yeah, they are neck and neck.
But, I mean, he has the Midas on Doom now, but like, I think he would have had drums like way earlier, right? He would have not lost as much gold as he did.
Dire are
So, and then he could still sell the drums for the Midas. So, yeah. Yeah, we have a smoke here, so they're gonna look to come contest the Ancient and mid tower here.
Yeah, why is Crystallize playing this far forward? Well, he's immediately going to pop that ultimate and go for PMA. PMA going to be forced to doom something here, but he gets feared up and can't finish the job. Oh, that is awkward. Can't do it. Niku forced to jump out of this one as well. Has got the juice, jumps in, blows up the eggs. That's a great kill for Got the Juice, but can he get out with his life? Does he need to? He's going to keep on fighting here. Does finally back himself away as Nish gets a double. Zayats and Riddies both going down inside one play. Very nicely done from the Tiny, looking for more here as well as Crystallize joins him on the front lines, but the Ember Spirit is a little bit too elusive. Oh, that said, Niche still going for this one, throwing it back into the Tiny, and they've got enough damage to bring him down. Beautifully done by Passion Yue. Niche and Crystallize playing some 1-2 absolutely perfectly.
I guess you asked why is Ursa staying so far ahead. It's kind of why it's good against Doom, right? He can't Doom him.
Radiant's middle tower
The second he
is
like raises his hands, he's just gonna press his ultimate, and
Radiant's
Doom
bottom
will have
tower is
basically
under
no
attack.
effect. So it works as a really strong frontline of this game. It's also good against Ember. You know, it just seems like it's a very good Ursa game, right? If you think about it. Who's really gonna start on this guy? You have to stun him and then Doom him.
Radiant's bottom
That's kind of the only way.
And that doesn't seem too easy.
No, it doesn't.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So
is
maybe
falling.
you devour a Centaur, use that. Maybe that's quick enough, but it's still not instant.
Suddenly we have a 8k lead now. The Radiance is up on Lifestealer, so I think maybe Navi Jr. should look to try to take a fight. I don't think you want to play this game slow from here.
You feel like
Yeah,
if they're
I'm
just
not
in a AFK farming state, then Passion UA just
Also-
gradually pull ahead.
It also is hard to run into Phoenix, Willow, Tiny, and BKB Razor, right? You might just die again, and then it's impossible from there. But at the same time, like giving away, for example, Aegis to Ursa, like letting them just farm the map, it also seems like a bad choice.
A little bit. It feels like they have a lot of ways to enter fights, especially when PMA picks up this Blink Dagger. You got Blink, you've got Hook Shot, you've got an Ember Spirit. Mobility will not be an issue, so kiting the Ursa sounds in theory like it should be pretty easy. But in the last fight, that just wasn't the case. Crystallize is just taking Roshan here, by the way. Cracker just making it nice and easy for him, slowing down Roshan's attack speed. And Crystallize take it for free. I don't think they'll be particularly surprised on the side of Navi Jr. Again, just waiting. I feel like Radiant's S and Y is like a reasonably strong timing. Again, it's all about the kite, the mobility. You got to be able to kite out the Razor and the Tiny in the same time, and the Ursa at the same time. Which,
yeah, it just seems like
it's a lot.
It's more likely the Tiny who's gonna initiate every time, right? Or even the Ursa blinking it with Aegis.
Yeah, that's all. Pick up Zayats here really quickly.
So most of the time they're gonna be the ones getting the initial kill. And yeah, I mean, if you're one hero down on Navi Jr., you really cannot fight. You need to be the one starting a fight and getting a pick. Killing one of the supports is really good, of course. You can get away with it. Like killing the Phoenix, the X seems to be causing a lot of problems for them too. Doesn't seem like it's easy for them to hit it.
Yeah, in the last fight they just had the Lifestealer running in with Rage, hitting it, but then after the Rage runs out, he's just kind of sitting in the middle of the fight, like, I killed the egg, but also I'm very vulnerable. I don't know if he's going to keep committing to that.
Yeah, and if you're hitting the egg, like, you also have a chance of getting linked, you have a chance of getting clapped by the Ursa, so it's not easy for Lifestealer to run and then commit like that. Bottom lane.
Yeah, the Ursa is just trying to go for the solo kill here onto the Lifestealer. Got the juice, gonna have to rage up here, but he can't rage TP against his Ursa. I feel like he just dies if he does that. Gonna have to rely on the Infestors up in the top side, a bit of a fight taking place as well. Got the juice still on the run. TP out will be successful in the end, so heals up from the creep, TP away, and the Lifestealer will live. Still the Ursa taking, just with that play, forcing the Lifestealer out. He kind of takes ownership of this side of the map, and this is like a large area to farm in for Crystallize, so really shrinking down what Radiant can actually do here.
Yeah, nobody can contest this Ursa at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's just going for the tower now as well. Again, what we said would happen is sort of feeling like it's happening a little bit here. Like, they have the Aegis, they have a 10k gold advantage at 19 minutes. But in terms of actually taking towers, it's not the greatest. Not really getting those objectives down, but still, killing heroes is going to be pretty easy for them, and we'll see Zayats being on the receiving end of that one as PMA jumping in, dooming up the Tiny. It's a lot of damage with the bounce around on the Chain Frost, so that will allow them to kill off Niche. Crystallize on the front, looking for a target, can't decide who to go for, moves across to PMA. PMA going to go for the TP out. Do they have damage? Bring him down? Yes, they do. Easily, the Doom gets sent back to hell. Vernon's on the front lines, takes a step too far and does get punished for it, and he brings him down, but has to back himself away. Luckily, he's got a Remnant all the way over up on the top lane, so we'll get himself out to safety. Bit of a trade here taking place, and honestly, I don't think you're too mad about that if you're the side of Navi Jr. Playing into an Aegis, you trade evenly. Feels alright.
Yeah, for sure. Also see how strong Lich is, right? From that fight, like, he dealt 2k damage.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Just throwing out the Chain Frost pretty much kills the Tiny from full HP. It's actually such a high impact from a, bottom net worth Lich.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it's a bit silly. 1,200 damage dealt by Chain Frost to the Tiny. It was a really nice positioning, though, like between two heroes which couldn't get away from each other. As Crystallize jumping in very deep here. I mean, he's got the Aegis, so if he dies once here, he's not really too bothered. Nico able to pick up the Wisdom Rune, and he needs to get himself out, but he's out of mana. This is getting awkward here. He does have a 1 to pop to just get one more Remnant away.
It was actually the Lich mangoing him.
Ooh, that's clutch.
Lotusing him, yeah. That was well done. He would have been dead otherwise.
Yeah, for sure. Riddy's really stepping up in this game. Unusual to see a position 5 making this many plays to keep his team in a good spot, but, well, in a non-losing spot. So full credit to Riddy's there. Back to back. Killing one big hero, saving another big hero. That's cute from Crystallize. Utilizing the Aegis timing to go for the Tormentor. Oh, but it got cancelled out, okay.
Now, there's a, I think, scenario where Navi Junior comes back by dooming either the Razor or the Ursa first, killing one of those heroes off, and then kiting the rest.
I see.
Like, Tiny's damage output might fall off a little bit against these heroes like Ember and Nyx, right? And then if the supports don't die, you can kite out the initial burst from Tiny. Like, you might be able to win fights this way. By the way, we have an Orchid on Phoenix. That's kind of scary for somebody like Lifestealer, or even Ember for that extent. It's like it's actually pretty a cool pickup here.
Yeah, that's really nice. I'm a big fan of this.
Has a chance at least to have a high impact.
Like, there are these support heroes which don't really need items to be effective. So yeah, you can go for the solo crests or whatever to have impact in the game, but sometimes these players will see opportunities to get something really high impact, even if it does come later than a core hero would get it. So
you see the Phoenix sometimes just go for straight Hex, right? Like literally just Tranquil Boots into Hex.
Yeah, Kaori used to be the guy for
this
that.
is kind of the, I guess, the poor man's version of that. It hits you don't get the actual disable, but you get the faster silence, so that's pretty cool.
We'll see how it plays out. You won't be ready for it though. I mean, maybe they've seen it and they are ready for it, but I can definitely see Got the Juice being caught out. Obviously no Manta or anything like that on him. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter.
So 25% status assist. It's still gonna be like what? Like 3.5 second silence? Something like that.
Yeah.
So it's still a lot.
No, that's big. Although, I really, really like what the Lifestealer's got queued up here. Something I've kind of forgotten about. The Aghanim Scepter. You know,
it's very strong.
Like this Lifestealer versus Ursa matchup, it kind of changes a lot when you pick up this Aghanim Scepter.
So you doom the kill the Razor off, jump into the Ursa, kite him out, and then build items to sustain the Phoenix tiny damage, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like
I do just like the terminology there, like jump inside the Ursa to kite him out, like,
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, he can't do anything. He's still disarmed whilst you're infested, right? No.
Yeah, she should be.
Disarming them, yeah.
Could also consider dooming the Tiny at this point, because the Razor has SMY. Doesn't really feel that good to doom a SMY target. Ember, is he gonna survive this one?
Ooh, he's getting low. The fear is out, and, well, he's gonna live. Riddies also, no, just on the edge of the supernova. Very, very close for Riddies there, but didn't quite run far enough. Doomed either way by the looks of it. So, the Ember Spirit will survive. The Lich will not. The Lich did kind of save the Ember, though. So, you'll definitely take that trade as Riddies.
So Ursa is kind of nice against Lich because you naturally want to buy. I mean, you can at least buy the Nullifier, right? It feels like if you go late game against Lich and you don't have Nullifier, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
So you might see that on Crystallize next.
Yeah, I mentioned the Abyssal, but Nullifier is kind of very similar in that regard as well. I think you can do either.
He's probably going to get both eventually, right? It's
Absolutely.
just a matter of time there. I think Navi Junior are doing a good job of like splitting the map and not letting the network lead get too high. Also not feeding away too many kills. I think they have a decently strong timing on. You are going to be playing as Aegis, so your timing might be killed a little bit by that. But the Aghanims and Nyx, BKB, on Doom. He's also gonna rush Goshiva's next. I guess he's gonna get it pretty fast if he keeps farming at this rate. So
Yeah, they are just kind of all over the map, aren't they? Navi Junior just trying to farm, not farm their way back into it, but farm their way to the late game. They've decided that they've kind of knackered this early game. Things not looking great. Let's just see if we can kind of... There's always this theory that if you can just plateau the game, then net worths increase, but net worth lead doesn't. So when you're at, say, there's 60k total net worth in the game, that 10k lead is very effective. But when there's 200k net worth in the game, that 10k lead is nothing. And that's kind of what it comes down to. So, Aghanim Scepter now completed for the Life Stealer. Do they want to fight with this? Probably not, there's an Aegis in play. But again, Aegis on the Ursa, you're kind of just looking to kite him out anyway. There's still opportunities where they could go for a fight on the side of Navi Junior. I'm not convinced that they're going to be completely toothless through the next 5 minutes of the game whilst his Aegis is up. Oh, only 4 minutes now.
It's going to be dependent on...
Oh, fight down on the bottom side.
Yeah. Ember is also getting hunted here by 4 heroes. They see him on the ward. But Ember sees them running after him, so he should be fine.
Yeah, he does get out and due
Razor,
to the night time. Is he still down here? Oh, blimey. He's been doomed up. He's been chased down. Got the juice, looking to finish the job. Yeah, he infested him up. And with that doom upon him, what? He dies. Very close to surviving the doom, but with a Life Stealer there with the Radiance, he was never ever surviving that one. So, good play from Navi Junior. As you said, they saw Passion UA going for the kill up on the top side. They know that this Razor is actually just baiting down at bottom. He doesn't have a team behind him.
Massive. Like, really well done by them, right? And Nico's creating so much space up in this top area, and then they get this pick bottom. Making the net worth lead smaller, but now Doom dies, so it's kind of crawling back into Passion UA, but at least doing what they can to get back into this game.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you pick up the Aegis and your net worth just starts dropping. That's not how the script usually goes in Dota.
They keep trying to kill this Ember, and he keeps avoiding them.
Misery, did you do it to him? Nope, even the Caster's Curse not strong enough to kill off Niku this game. This Sanjin Yasha doing so much work for him.
Yeah, I don't know, he's creating so much space the last couple of minutes here. And he's even gonna leave a remnant again, I think. To be home. Even buying...
Got the juice, getting very low here. Running back to his team, infesting inside Riddies. A nice safe embrace of your Lich.
Taking Cracky Code, by the way, on Ember as well. Not something we see a lot. Usually it's you take a neutral item that amps your damage, right? Not simply just makes you more survivable.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the logic is behind that one.
I think just being able to do what he's doing and not dying to the Ursa,
right?
Like, it kind of made him survive before. So, making good decisions here.
Yeah, toughen up does mean a total of 20 extra armor from the Craggy Coat, which is a lot. That's going to give you a lot of physical resist against this Razor, this Ursa, even the Tiny.
I think his item build is also explained by how he has just been playing the last 5 minutes, right? Going for this Aghanims, leaving this, making sure he always has remnants, and making sure he's so evasive and hard to kill and catch for Passion UA.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been so elusive. They've tried to kill him so many times as well. Do you feel like that's maybe a failing of Passion UA this game? One we might look back on later?
Let's see. But looks like Passion UA wants to jump over Tiny.
Yeah, these drive-bys from Cracker are really kind of unconvincing. Just silencing someone in the backlines under their tier 4s. Like, who cares? Got the juice trying to come in and deal with this siege, and they will be able to at least take down the banner and the Ursa's first life. So great start to the fight here from Navi Junior. It cost them a BKB for sure. That's going to be just about it. Supernova's down. Niku jumping onto the backlines and trying to finish off the Razor, who's been doomed up here, and he's got the damage to kill him. PMA gets the kill as they take down 2. And Elagova for more. Crystallize going for the TP out. Got the juice, so he's got the basher. He stuns him up. Crystallize, he's running out of options here. Death number 2, well on the way. The bear is gone. What a defense from Navi Jr. Dragging themselves back into this game. Oh my
that's a throw right there.
goodness.
I don't even know. The idea of going high ground there also just seemed like very optimistic, right? You don't have good tower damage. We touched on that before. You have Aegis, but I don't know. It's not really been clever to go high ground like that for years in Dota, and there we see why. Suddenly the net worth is completely even. Probably even gonna swing ahead in Navi Junior's favor here. And now Nake's is top net worth.
Yeah,
now
frustration.
Nake is actually the biggest issue of this game. They can't really kill him.
Who is, sorry?
The lifestealer. How do you actually kill the lifestealer now? It seems almost impossible, especially with Lich behind. He can always jump into the Ursa. It's like you have to burst him from 100 to 0, right? Without getting infested off, but he's so tanky.
Yeah, this Ursa's felt kind of stagnant. Like, he had such a strong early game, and then he's just been unable to convert on kills. He's been trying to chase around this Ember Spirit, hasn't been able to do so. You try to jump into the fight to blow somebody up, he just cannot. Like, you need this Abyssal, you need this Nullifier, but he's not really progressing his game state by playing the way he is. I don't know if you just go to the jungle and farm for a bit or what, but
I just think he hasn't been able to really hit a hero the last 10 minutes, right? It's just Navi Jr. has been doing such a good job of dodging and pushing our waves, not giving the opportunity for Phoenix to use his Orchid or Ursa to use his Aegis. Yeah, now we have the scenario we talked about, right? Doom with the Shivas, Lifestealer. I mean, he's pretty much 6-slotted now. I think it's almost time for Navi Junior to be the aggressor here and smoke up together and get the jump first. Yeah, look, they're all gathering up, so I'm sure that's what they're thinking as well.
definitely. Now, will they be ready for this on the side of Passion UA? Cracker showing in mid. C's got the juice. Kind of dangling, got the juice here a little bit, but I don't believe that Passion UA are ever looking to go on that. Jump in now onto PMA. They want to get the Doom target, and they want to be able to kill that Doom target as quickly as possible. Great way to start the fight. Zayats goes looking, will not be finding, and they've sniffed this out on the side of Passion UA, so they're going to hide under their own vision. And they go for a smoke up themselves.
Oh, Cluck's gonna see them.
He is. Zayat sees everybody hook shot in, but Shadow rounds out from the Dark Willow in time as they'll move over towards the Ember Spirit, who's been silenced up, but they'll kill off the Phoenix before he gets a chance to drop that egg in the middle of the fight. There's a big Chain Frost coming off as Fernandes tries to bring down Zayat on the sidelines, but can't quite do so. Suckered in by the Lich and killed off. Crystallize bringing down PMA, though. It's a good kill for the side of Passion UA, but they've lost their Razor in the meantime as well. Crystallize needs to start getting his damage off here, but he just can't do so. They're staying together and they're staying strong. Oh, the Terrorize catches out 3. The follow-up damage, though, it's not quite there. And the Lifestealer just tearing the Ursa apart. This matchup is not going how you'd expect. Got the juice, gets inside him, kills him off. The Ursa is dead. Got the juice, taken down 2. They thought they had them there. It was a wonderful Terrorize coming out from Fernandes. He couldn't ask for more from the Dark Willow, but the follow-up damage was just absolutely not there at all from Passion UA. I'm feeling like they might need to pivot here. They might need to go for like an Aghanims onto Tiny. They've already got the Daedalus. You need a way to blow up these heroes when they're gathered up like this, because otherwise they're just going to stick together in these fights and be pretty much impenetrable, Misery.
Yeah.
Ember?
It's just like they just barely have enough damage to bring down these heroes. These S and Ys on the side of Navi Jr. just make it so that the stuns just don't last quite long enough for them to actually get the kills. And that was 2 support buybacks on Passion UA. We have Roshan spawning in 40 seconds. If Navi Jr. get this Aegis on Ember or Doom, I think it's suddenly very hard for... This was a pretty good scenario for them, right? They lose the Razor, but it felt like they got to at least kill a couple of heroes pretty quickly in that fight. If you get to kill the supports on Passion UA, at least you have a chance of winning the fight. I think if you don't kill the supports, and they get multiple rounds of like Frost Shield, Cogs are off, it's gonna be impossible to win.
No, it is. It is. You're right. Well, they gathered up now. Abyssal Blade is out for the Ursa, like... This Lifestealer is so tanky, though. I do not see a world where he's going to be your first target.
Yeah. The thing about Infest, too, is that you can infest the Ursa, but you can also infest your ally still, right? So it's... he becomes like a pseudo-save. Here we go.
Yeah, Crystallize taking the bait and going on to the Clockwork to start this off. Terrorize does just absolutely fly astray, but it doesn't matter. Science said regardless, and now the Doom coming out onto the Razor. Razor trying to stand his ground, but Satanic does nothing with the Doom coming down onto him. He just tries to get as much damage onto PMA as he can before he goes down. Crystallize just ulti TP out, but the bash is going to be there in time. Crystallize is gone. They'll lose 3. The Clockwork, it was too tempting. He just looked too delicious flying there in the air. And they'll just waste way too much on that kill. And now Navi Jr. up onto the high ground, not even going for Roshan.
Oh, yeah, they don't have to. Oh, by the way, even Ember has a basher. I really like the Niku's item builds lately. It's been looking really cool. It was also him going for the Hurricane Pike on Puck, S and Y on Puck, things like that. It looks kind of clowny, but at the same time it does have a merit. Another thing I want to criticize a little bit here is the Satanic on Razor. Right, we talked about Doom, just the most obvious Doom target is Razor this game. Because if you Doom the Razor and kite the Ursa, the damage output is going to be, negligible. Where if you bought a Lincoln Sphere on Razor, it would at least be challenging to play Doom. But this way you just Doom him. You don't care about anything, and the Satanic just feels like a waste of gold.
Yeah, PMA's game is kind of on rails at this point. He's always known what he has to do. Like, despite having a terrible start, he's always just been, well, thankfully I'm a Doom. I have my Doom. And he's always going to come back into the game with Devour. Like, it's impossible to stop this hero getting gold, so... He's always in a good spot. He's always able to get off the Dooms. Hackenham Scepter immediately picked up from Zayatse. That's an interesting one.
Oh yeah, it's the same stuff, right? You spam rockets and whatever. That's kind of what I know. The other spells also get a modification, but that doesn't seem like...
No one really cares about those.
It feels like that,
I believe
right?
Battery Assault becomes an AoE, yeah, rather than single target.
Cogs...
Does it power up whoever's in the cogs, or is that...
Yeah, Cogs give you 250 attack speed.
I'm so smart. I don't know what it does to hook shot, though.
Bigger AoE. And stun duration.
That's kind of good.
It's a pretty high skill cap on that, I think. Actually, on the Aghanims. Like, there's a low skill cap in the sense you just use it and spam rockets, but if you want to use it to the full extent, then it's actually very high skill.
Extremely low skill floor and also extremely high skill ceiling, there's a wide range, but they are going to go for him, and that's a great target to bring down straight off the bat. Riddies is gone in the back lines. Phoenix trying to get off the Supernova will be able to do so, so they'll turn around and try and pop that egg, and they can do that. Meanwhile, Zayats is dead in the middle of all of this. The Doom is out onto the Razor once again. They're getting so much damage out onto PMA. PMA will fall, but the Lifestealer completely uncontested through the fight, just doing whatever he wants, and what he wants is to kill off Crystallize. But Niku bouncing around, getting kills as well on the sidelines as well. PMA comes back in, blows up Crystallize, fought dead on the side of Passion Yue. I won't lie, it was a good fight from Passion Yue. Like, I wouldn't say Navi Jr. particularly won that, but they just buy back, come back in, and got the juice, and Niku completely uncontested.
It's 3 buybacks. You got the full link up on Knight. He was minus 250 damage.
Oh, okay, all right, Niche. He had a dream about just jumping in and blowing up heroes with his Daedalus, but unfortunately just got interrupted straight off the bat, and that'll be that. GG is called. Game number 2 goes to Navi Jr. as well. Passion Yue with a great start, but Navi Jr. just play from behind. Their item builds this game, man, so good. Like, I've never seen a game be won off items as much as this one. Ever, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was just really, really smart. Like, everybody was doing something a little different.